And we're going in. So apparently birds aren't real. That's what my friend Six told me the other day. Well, actually, he told me there is some group of people who claim to believe that birds aren't real. Anyway, welcome to Alternate Image Gaming. I'm Chardon, and this is Tarkov Talks, where we talk while playing Tarkov. Today, I'm talking with TheSix about birds, if they are actually government robots sent to spy on us or not, and why some people are saying it is. So Six, welcome again to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about this birds aren't real conspiracy.
So I thought it was, my friend was messing with me. So I have a friend who I used to work with, who told me about it a long time ago, and he brought it up again the other day, talking about it. Not that he believes in it, just that he heard of the movement, birds aren't real. And so I actually went and did some digging, and there's a movement that truly believes that birds aren't real. That they believe that birds are some type of drones sent by the government to spy on us.
Government spy drones that are birds. That's
Yeah, so they actually have a website, they have podcasts, they have a little bit of everything, and
it's impressive.
they believe, right? They believe like bird poop, for example, is a microchip used to track people. They believe that birds purposely come and poop on us just so the government can track us.
I mean, I'm sure it feels like that if a bird comes and poops on you, that it was personal.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pooped on when I was a lot younger by a seagull.
Nice.
But, like, it's not what I don't believe that he pooped on me because now the government wants to track me. But, yeah, it's just one of those ones, I looked up, so they believe that birds are always landing on power lines because that's how they recharge their drones.
I mean, that's legitimate. That seemed like a good, efficient way to recharge.
Right? Yeah, just use the in-place power already that they can just suck it out of those coded power lines.
Oh,
but, yeah, you know.
They're specially coded for...
So people don't get zapped by them 24/7. What was the other part? Oh, so there was one part that believed that the U.S. government, because this is also all apparently perpetuated by the U.S. government only.
Wait, so all the birds are spying because of just the U.S.?
Of the U.S., yes, for the U.S. The, like, 12 probably billion birds or whatever are only U.S. officials, or U.S. Government.
They're U.S. officials. President Biden is, in fact, a bird. Bird
yeah,
people confirmed.
and so, like, there's actually a conspiracy theory, because there's a video of a pigeon, like, walking next to Putin, that we were using birds to spy on Russia.
I mean, as you do.
Like, I don't know where this exactly came from. I could never find a 100% quote of where this all started. I did see one article on 60 Minutes that the founder, or that this whole thing is not real, it's satire. But some people that have joined into it actually do believe it's real. But it was started as a, to quote them actually, a lunacy to fight lunacy. They made something up so outrageous to prove that people will believe in anything.
Okay, so people don't really believe that birds aren't real then? Or...
So apparently that's the movement started as a people will believe anything, and turned into a real movement because people will believe anything.
That sounds unfortunately too legitimate, actually.
Yeah, apparently, like, the guy who started it was doing it to poke fun at people who believe in all types of conspiracy theories, you know?
Yeah.
People who don't believe climate change is actually a real thing. People that believe the earth is flat, like the actual crazy, disproven ones that they still hardcore believe in.
Wait, are you saying the earth isn't flat?
I mean, I've been to a lot of different places in the world, and I didn't ever see the sides of it. That's just saying.
Fair, you know? Who can argue with that?
Yeah, like, I mean, I've been on a plane for like 16 hours straight. Still never saw the edge of the world.
They probably just spun in a circle, but anyway.
Yeah, they just flipped around midair.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's standard plane procedure. So, okay, so the idea then is that the birds actually are real, but they're just trying to make a parody or a satire to point out the lunacy of believing the Earth is flat and that sort of thing?
That was the original plan of it, yes. And then apparently it actually turned into somewhat of a real movement.
That's scary in a way. That people could believe that. So what?
So, like, this is actually an article from the New York Times, and this is a little blurb that I'll read you about the original. What Birds Aren't Real truly is, they say, is a parody social movement with a purpose. In the past, in a post-truth world dominated by online conspiracy theories, young people have coalesced around the effect to thumb their nose at, fight, and poke fun at misinformation. It's Gen Z's attempt to upend the rabbit hole with absurdism.
That sounds like something that a lot of Gen Zs wouldn't understand most of the words in.
But yeah, so like apparently that was the original point of the movement, is that it is so absurd, but people will believe it.
Gotcha. They want to make a fake movement to convince people it was real, to show everybody else, hey, look, don't believe everything that... Question your beliefs.
Yeah, question your beliefs. The dude actually, I don't remember his name, it's like Peter something.
That's fine.
I don't have it up anymore, sorry. But yeah, Peter something, he actually has a YouTube channel that he did a few interviews on about the birds, and when I first saw it, I thought he was being 100% genuine. Because good acting, whatever, but when I first looked into it, it almost had me convinced that he truly thought that. And then I saw another article with him specifically in it being questioned about it, talking about the fact that he brought this up to be a fake movement.
Gotcha.
But it was pretty convincing as far as them thinking it's real. Like, I don't think you're ever going to convince me that birds aren't real, because, like we've talked about, there's cave paintings of birds. So what happened to all the birds if all of a sudden they're all drones?
Well, I feel like you mentioned something about that there was a mass bird genocide or something, and that they replaced the birds with the drones when that happened. I think is one of the premises of this belief. You were telling me about that before.
There was an article. I don't have it right in front of me anymore. I don't know where the hell it went.
Well, that makes sense. Maybe the birds took it.
They probably did. They were spying on me and then deleted it in front of me because the government. I was getting too close.
You were getting too close. Yeah, you can't get so close as you were about to get, which makes sense. I mean, that's your bad trying to get close. You should have known better.
Yeah, but reading some of the stuff that people actually believe in this movement specifically, not even all the other movements, but in this movement specifically, is pretty intense.
It is. It's funny that it seems like people can believe the government is terribly incompetent, but also that they're capable of deleting all the birds from the planet and replacing them with drones at the same time.
Right.
Like this.
And then that all of them are strictly in the U.S. The U.S. was allowed to go everywhere and do that. Oh, here it is. It's actually on a statement that a public news statement that they made yesterday. Viral swamp media publication Newsweek attacked the legitimacy and the rich historical legacy of our bird truth movement, founded nearly 50 years ago to bring attention to the avian genocide and the draconian bird surveillance tactics put in practice by the U.S. government.
That's impressive. The worst part is my biggest criticism about that sentence is that using robot near magic level surveillance thing doesn't really seem draconian using super advanced technology. That's kind of interesting.
It kind of is almost contradictory. Like, it doesn't quite make sense.
So
but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, if you go to it's birdsaren'treal.com. They actually have a lot about the movement. They have t-shirts. If you want t-shirts, you can go look at that if you want to be part of the movement or joke about the movement.
Might have to get a t-shirt because,
right.
Gotta stick it to the man.
It also shows on the front page is actually the YouTube that you can get to.
Okay,
so
okay.
If you want to watch what I watched about the young man talking about the birds aren't real, that is the YouTube. Just go to birdsaren'treal.com and actually click on is right on the front page.
The timing of
You can
that
watch it.
that article or website plug. Just we do not have any affiliation with birdsaren'treal.com. So that very plug sounding plug is not a plug. I just want to point that out to anyone.
Yeah, no, I have
still here at this point.
I don't know this guy. I don't know anything to do with the website, but that is at least where I found some of my information, along with a New York Times article and a 60 Minutes article and a few other just random articles reading about it.
Nice.
But
so
I did think it was pretty funny.
So it does kind of sound like a reasonable thing for them to be trying to doing to get fight lunacy with lunacy. But if people are starting to believe it, that maybe is almost more problematic. But time is up. I am out of the run. I have a decent little seagull of a haul, I'm going to call it. That's where the rank is. We have something good here. They probably do something useful, but really nothing exciting, and it's a pretty common set of loot. So again, thanks Six for coming on the show and telling us about birds. I did not expect to have a bird
Hopefully
themed.
we can all learn more about this movement.
It seems like a really important movement, and I guess really the big message of this particular movement and this episode is think about the things you believe. Don't listen to just whatever we just spewed at you. Like, check your own sources. And in this case, we're not really trying to convince you of anything, but if we do, still check your sources. Six, you have anything?
And double check.
Check and double check. Do you have anything you want to plug while you're in?
No. Right now, mostly like and subscribe if you're interested in hearing more. I know we had a topic about food last week, and the week before that was the fall of the gaming industry. So if you're enjoying our little talks, like and subscribe. Definitely leave comments if you have any other crazy conspiracies that you've ever heard. Leave a comment. I'd love to actually talk to some of you guys about the random conspiracies that you've heard, because I had never heard of this one, and apparently it's pretty big.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of this one either until Six mentioned just a couple days ago about it, and we decided to have this talk. Again, Six's socials will be linked below, as well as the alternate image website. And so if you, again, like you said, hit all those buttons or smash them, as they say around here, and have a good day.